there's no question. You've seen the scale of the action that we've taken. This makes a difference. It makes a difference, and it
makes the difference between recession and not recession?
Look, you can draw your own conclusions. We have growth, very modest growth in the second half of this year. And monetary policy does take time to work through.
Even you know there's limits to what monetary policy can achieve, and you've outlined that today. Do you think, you said the challenge needs to be dealt through structural measures? Does that mean today you're saying the bank's done its bit? Over to you, Chancellor.
Well, the biggest issues are structural. New relationship with Europe, new relationship with the rest of the world, the government's productivity plan that it's developing. Those will make the biggest difference to the long-term prosperity of this country. Monetary policy just helps with the ups and downs and smoothing things out. It's foundational, but it doesn't determine prosperity. But monetary policy can act quickly. It can act comprehensively. It can act in a way that helps with that adjustment to those new levels. Decisions on fiscal policy and decisions on structural policy take longer.
Is that the big job, though? This is a huge stimulus package today, but is the big job really for the Chancellor to do?
Well, the big jobs, the big determinants of our prosperity, of wages, of ultimately house prices, of activity in this economy, our export competitiveness, absolutely will be determined by government policy. It does not follow, though, that monetary policy shouldn't act when it can act. Look, the Chancellor and I have been in close contact, met numerous times since his appointment. He made clear in his letter today that he and the government would take all necessary steps to support economic activity and confidence. Again, but government operates on a different time frame.
The bank is just better placed to act quickly.
We have instruments that can act more rapidly, and the people rightly expect us to use them.
What about for savers? This is a big topic. After 7 years of emergency level interest rates, and we've experienced growth in those years, are you saying to savers, might as well give up? You don't need to save anymore. You're never going to earn a return on any of this money. Well, you're going to have low interest rates for ages now.
The judgment we have to make for the economy as a whole is what's the right stance of policy to support overall growth, to minimize unemployment in the context of keeping inflation.
Even if it punishes savers?
We work for the economy as a whole. The economy as a whole. I have tremendous sympathy for the situation of savers. They've done the right thing. They've set money aside. They're not earning the returns they would have seen in the past.
And what's your message to them? Be patient. Think of the wider economy.
Well, I think we do have to think of the wider economy. You think of as savers, your children, your grandchildren. Are they going to be employed? What type of job are they going to have? What are their prospects? Would we be in a better position if we had higher interest rates and we had a deep recession? No. Clearly, as a whole, we would not.
But if you're talking about the wider economy as a whole, you've launched a very big stimulus package with a lot of QE, but there's a lot of debate about what QE actually achieves. It inflates asset prices, makes house prices bigger, it makes shares worth more. It's not clear that that trickles down to the rest of the economy, given the Brexit vote has uncovered how many people in Britain feel like they've been left behind. Isn't there a risk that more QE is just going to exacerbate that feeling of wealth disparity?
We thought long and hard about how to make sure this stimulus reaches through the financial system to the real economy. So if you're a business person and you have a viable business idea, you can get credit. If you're a young family and you would have qualified for a mortgage 2 months ago, that you can still qualify and get that mortgage, and you can get that mortgage at a more competitive price today in order to buy that first flat or that first home. That's what we're doing. We're making sure that the system continues to work on the high street. This is not about the city. This is about reaching through the financial system to the real economy. That's why we acted on multiple fronts. That's why we're buying corporate bonds in a way that reaches through to the businesses that have, not any business, sorry, Helia, Not any business, but businesses that have material activity in the UK, businesses that invest in this country, businesses that hire our fellow citizens. So that is what we're doing to make a difference, to have stimulus that hits not just the high street, but across the entire economy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.